military sanction in every country will be having some pretty odd stories in many of the so-called phenomena type issues going on. Good Canadian breakfast at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Look at my mirrors. My mirror is getting really scratched out. Both of them really are. If you're one of my favorite viewers, hang around. I want to tell you something. As soon as I get away from this irritating noise. You heard it. You can understand how it's irritating, I'm sure. Just had my breakfast, and I just did a little focus and realized, okay, Ian, you're feeling good, you're in a good mood, all that kind of stuff. And I thought, well, why don't you just put a message out to people when you're in a good mood of where you think you stand. So part of the reason why I find that I might not be back. So part of the reason why I find I'm don't know what I'm saying there. So anyways, I want to say that I'm in a good mood, and I want to explain where I kind of stand as an individual when I'm honestly just in my own pod of thought and not having to think about you. Why don't people do art like that? Love you. Love you again. I'm saying that I love you. Get into shade here. I might leave. I know of somebody who's camped out here. Well, I don't know him, but he likes to come and visit me. And he's an alcoholic. So I'm saying that I can feel really good and wholesome because of what's going on, man. I can feel so uplifted and stuff. We humans like to do things for other people. We like to do things for our kids, even drug addicts and stuff. Many of them die wishing. That was Bylaws guy that was way back. Anyways, many of them die wishing they could have been better parents. A drug addict, wishing they could have done better to their child, you know? So that speaks a lot. And it's not just about their child. It's about just doing good, actually. People who are only focused on doing good for their child and they wouldn't do 99.9% as good to the child next door, you know, they're not really focused. And most of the people who don't do that are below 50%. That's why I'm saying that. You got to be way up there, 75% or above when it comes to the neighbor kid, at least thinking about all around safety for the neighborhood, whatever. Anyways, point is, that's what I'm doing. And I'm trying to translate this to around the world because it does connect. Every armory or every military sanction in every country will be having some pretty odd stories in many of the so-called phenomena type issues going on. And if you can get into connecting with what they're doing, you see a lot of it has to do with this glowing phenomenon that we think is a starship from a different enterprise. You know, wake up. You're not up there. You have no clue of what's going on up there. Quit being so stupid. It's here you're standing, for frick's sake. Start thinking about here, for frick's sakes. Looking over at Mount Baker there the other day, it tore a hole in my heart, realizing, oh gosh, that doesn't look easily reversible. But we'll be able to see next winter how we do this, through this next winter coming up, and so on and so forth. If our climates are going to bounce around or whatever type thing, right? Remember back in the olden days, we used to be able to do like this 7-year thing. Every 7 years or something, there was this kind of change thing that took over and stuff, and you would notice in different ways, like different populations of animals or whatever. I just watched a guy drive by with a pretty cool looking van. Same like mine, but no high top and interesting windows. An old Targa, Porsche. So, yeah, I don't know. I find that I might not be